on comfy Christmas sweaters and just stay indoors. Skip the chilly weather and make
Hello Ikari, hello Sinister Mark edits. Hello. I haven't been in the stream in a long time. Welcome. Just give me 1 second. 1 second, there's something I forgot in the kitchen. I'll be back in 5 seconds, okay? Just give me a bit. Welcome everyone, happy Saturday.
chocolate to distract my mind. Maybe this is fate. I wanna think it's by design. Hold on to my Christmas time with you. Let's put on comfy Christmas sweaters and just stay indoors. Skip the chilly weather and make fireplace s'mores. Sleeping on the couch and let the tree light up the house. Feels like Christmas now.
Hello. Hello. Hello, okay. I'm officially back. I just have to clean something real quick. Sorry. Clean a bit. I got a bit messy and I spilled something on my mouse. Now I'm trying to clean it properly. Okay, sorry. Alright, we can start. Hello everyone. Hello, good to see you. Hello, I'm still sleeping, right? Oh shit. Okay, let me connect and connect. Alright, now let me restart the song. I don't see, where's the OBS window? Okay, there we go. Okay, we are back officially. Did you stream yesterday? I did not. Let me reduce the volume here a little bit. I'm currently playing a playlist, a Christmas playlist, a new one. Hopefully this one won't have copyright, because the last time I played a copyrighted song, last time I played a Christmas playlist, it had several copyrighted songs, so we cannot repeat the mistake. Hopefully this playlist will be a bit less copyrighted. How was your Thanksgiving? It was great. Thank you, Sinister Mark. Thank you. How about yours? And no, I did not stream yesterday, Ikari. I wanted to stream before 6 p.m. because I had plans at 6 p.m. So I was like, maybe I can squeeze in a stream beforehand, but that was not possible. So I just didn't stream at all. How's everyone feeling today? Everyone ready for Christmas? Did you do your Christmas shopping already? We are both streaming on YouTube and on Twitch. So, if you're more the YouTube person, if you enjoy the YouTube experience, you can hop over to YouTube. But if you prefer Twitch, because Twitch does have some cooler features, not gonna lie, then hop on over to Twitch. Like this. Thank you, Sinister Mark, for providing us with the proof that Twitch is just a bit cooler. Ah, cheers. Gonna have a toast on a wonderful streaming week, I would say. It's been a while since we streamed that many times during the week, and I'll plan on continuing to do that next week. But next week, lots of family is here, so I'm not exactly sure how much, how often, and how long I'll be able to do it, but I'll try my best to be live daily. There's a glitch from me on YouTube. YouTube is having a lot of glitches lately. But I'm trying to not think about YouTube in the more technical sense for the rest of the year. We're gonna try and stream daily until this year is over, and then we'll see what is happening next year. It says I have to be subbed, but I've been subbed and I can't chat. That is truly weird. Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. Because usually, like, I don't have any requirements other than you have to be subbed, and I don't even have a requirement to be subbed for like minimal amount of minutes, right? You just have to be subbed. That's the only requirement. But if you cannot chat, maybe refresh. I don't know. I do not know. It is YouTube. For today, I have 2 topics that we can talk about. Yeah, maybe clear cache, refresh, clear cache, and if it doesn't work still, then that's just YouTube. YouTube is still not perfect when it comes to live streaming, unfortunately, even though I've been doing this for 5 years now almost. There's still some glitchy things happening over there on YouTube. Twitch is just length ahead when it comes to live streaming, but Twitch also doesn't have an algorithm. So there's pros and cons for both platforms. I do prefer streaming on Twitch. However, for everything else, I kind of prefer YouTube. Like rating feature, for example, is so much easier to do on Twitch. Did you know, like most people don't even know that YouTube does have a rating feature as well. It's just called redirects, and it's just stupid. It's like the way that they implemented it is so bad and so complicated, and I think it's also disabled on default, so you have to enable it first. Hi Jinyo, hi Tiger, hello Cloudy, Beansy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday to you. You can tell Christmas holidays are here. Every time I get to see more of my Canadian or North American members in general, I know that it's vacation time. I still remember when you wear a panda. A digital panda or an actual panda? Like, when was the last time you were here, Sinister? When I was a panda VTuber or a dude wearing a panda mask? Because I had an IRL face as well. YouTube is still shit as always. For purpose, they still didn't fix the thing when you drop link from short to open it to the next window, it bugs and you can't like, comment, and even skip it. I mean, on one hand, I would say they should be able to fix these kind of things fast, right? Because it's YouTube and it belongs to Google. Google is I don't know, a $1 gazillion company, and on the other hand, I think it's very hard if you have 10,000 employees, right? Because it usually goes like it has like a trickle down effect usually, right? Smaller teams and whatnot who also have to listen to the higher ups and whatnot. It's a huge chain of command, and by the time it reaches the upstairs or downstairs, it will just take months, even for the most like minor issues and glitches. Unless it's something that affects their revenue, because then they are quick. They're very quick. Panda VTuber and Panda Mask. Oh, okay, so you're an OG. Did you have an old, like a different name back then? Sinister Mark. Did you go by someone else before? Because maybe I'll remember then. Some people who've been with me for 5 years have changed their name just as much as I did, 3 or 4 times. So it's very hard to keep track. Because we also had kind of 3 different names, but I'm very, very happy with the one I have right now, and with our panda, with our new VTuber model. I'm very happy because it is very close to me. It's basically based on a white tiger, so I love cats, big cats, especially. Oh, it's Yilma! Oh, all right. An OG then. I remember you. Cool. Back to what I wanted to say. Yeah, I've always been a cat person. I always loved martial arts, and our new VTuber is kind of combining all of that together, and it's very close to me. It's the closest to me that you would ever get in a virtual version of myself. Not the looks, obviously, because I don't look like an anime person IRL. Also, I don't have cool white black hair. And red eyes. Like, who has that? They can make instant visual updates that make you confused and adds nothing important but can't fix nothing. When it's annoying, they're just bad. Yeah, I think, like, if we were being honest, if YouTube really wanted to take the live streaming market, they could. Like, implementing the features that Twitch has would probably take them one weekend with the employees that they have. But live streaming is also very expensive, and I think YouTube doesn't want to end up like Twitch, where you have 80% of your entire streamer base not earning a lot of money, right? It's just costing them. Like a 6-hour stream or an 8-hour stream on a channel that doesn't even have the affiliate status is immensely expensive for Twitch. That's why Twitch is in the reds, because every person on the planet that wants to become a streamer, right? They go live on Twitch and stream for 12 hours, not even knowing what they are doing. And those 12-hour streams, those VODs, they hurt Twitch. It's very expensive, and I think YouTube wants to avoid. I mean, they want a little bit of a piece of a pie, right? And they have that. I think their market share is like 15% now, and I think they're okay with it. I don't think YouTube wants to end up in a situation where they have like 50% of the market or the majority of the market, because, as I said, if people would start streaming as much as they do on Twitch, on YouTube, that would just be very expensive for YouTube. You know how everyone is currently fighting for servers and server farms and whatnot? It's crazy. And it's also a huge issue when it comes to cooling, and you know what happened with the RAM prices, right? And if you want to get 32 gigabytes of RAM now, you gotta you gotta sell your kidneys. You used to call me Neymar? Did I? Well, then I'm gonna call you Neymar again, if that is what you want. Or should I go by your new name? Sinister Mark. Oh wait, I remember. Wait a second. We had this conversation before. You named yourself after the main character from Invincible, right? I haven't watched Invincible since season 1. Also, it's funny how our characters both have white hair and red eyes and are white tigers. Yeah, it's because I think the combination white hair, red eyes is just very common in the anime world. I like that combination. The red and white have been color palettes on my previous, I guess, brands, you could say, before I rebranded to a human. But the Panda VTuber also had mostly red, white, black-ish tones. So, I wanted to have that as well with Jinyo. When I switched to Jinyo, I initially had a different plan, right? I thought I would incorporate the Panda VTuber more into this entire concept. Ended up ditching it completely. But that is why Jinyo also looks the way he looks, because those elements, red, black, and white, were always part of my channel. It's just that the lore changed a little bit. That's it. That's all. I have a video when you and me played Fortnite. That's crazy. Because I almost have nothing left from the time when I had like the Panda mask or the Panda VTuber. Pretty much most of it is gone, is because Twitch is deleting everything after 6 months. So if you did not save your VODs after 6 months, I think now it's 3 months. Or did they go back to 6? I think it's 3. If you don't save your stuff after 3 months, Twitch will just erase it. Also to save costs. It was like chapter 5 or 4. I plan on revisiting Fortnite maybe next week, because currently they have this Winterfest, and Winterfest was always fun. You get presents, and also I haven't checked out the game in such a long time. They have companions now. You can have like little cats running next to you and whatnot. So yeah, that is the one thing that sold me. For everyone who's not familiar with VTubing, right? For everyone who might watch this later on, if I do stuff like this, that is usually what happens when I'm drinking. Sometimes it looks silly for people who don't know or who are not familiar with VTubers. When I suddenly do movements like this, they're like, what the fuck, did he break? Me who's just been drawing and doodling you for a year and having to explain who you are to many of my friends. I'm so sorry that I'm not more popular, Cloudy. Hopefully, sometime in the future when you talk about me to your friends, they'll be like, of course I know Jinyo, you don't have to explain shit to me. But right now, this is our reality. Wait. What are those sounds? Sound like someone was in my room. Fortnite really had to do the 6-7 meme. I mean, Fortnite is very... I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but what is it called when companies are very... like trending, pop culture oriented. So everything that is currently popping with the youth, Fortnite will usually implement into their game, because they constantly want to keep their game fresh, and with fresh I mean like a young audience. They don't want their audience to get old, because that is basically when games die, except for a couple of genres, right? Same with apps, by the way, and social media. Social media needs a constant wave of young new users, because otherwise those platforms will just die out. So if Gen Alpha is now using 6-7 as a meme, you can bet your ass that all these platforms will somehow try to implement that to tell the audience, hey, we totally understand your humor, so you should spend your time with us. I've grown with views on TikTok. I make edits of invincible variants. That's cool. That is very cool. The other day I talked about me giving advice to people, and that you should not really take everything that I say with like face value, because what I can only give you objective advice, right? I cannot give advice based on your own channel and on your own personality. So when I say don't do that, that might be true for maybe 99 channels, but it might not be true for you. And I said that in a previous stream, that I gave someone advice to do certain things in a different way. They totally ignored my advice, and their video was like gained like 50 million views. It was a short. And I was like, man, you gotta change this and that, if like objectively, right? And I told them also, like, I can only give objective advice, and then they literally ignored every single thing I said, uploaded the video gained 55 or 54 million views on TikTok. They're always like, is that your YouTuber crush? And I yell, no, that's Uncle Jinyo, you bum. Yeah. Thank God you said the right thing. I'm your unc, I'm not your crush. I hope that stays that way forever, because otherwise you'll have another YouTuber in jail, right? I'm not a PDF file. I wasn't on Epstein Island. It's hard to chat. My keyboard turned German. It's hard to chat. Oh yeah, it's because we have QWERTZ keyboard layout. Also, there's some differences. For example, our Y button is your Z button, and your Z button is our Y button. So yeah, it might be a bit complicated. Plus, we have Umlaute, and we have Ö and Ü. So that could be an issue. Wait, I have 10k points. Can I gamble? No! No gambling here. unless it's in a game, then I might fall into the gamble. Like with Schedule 1. I'm probably the only player that started his Schedule 1 journey and immediately got broke because I used the little money I had in the casino. Let us gamble. No. Family friendly channel over here. Gambling bad. No cursing. Sometimes I do say the F-bomb, but I'm different because I'm the channel owner. No rules apply to me. No, the thing is with these mini games, maybe later if we have 500 people in here, we can do that. But if I would do it now, all your attention, I know you kids, right? I'm Uncle Jin. I know how you kids work. If I enable it now, my entire chat will be /gamble. Don't lie to me. Ow. Fuck. That was my back. I gamble in SpongeBob Tower Defense. It's addictive. Certified gambler. Didn't know I had so many gambling addicts in my community. Man, I just don't get these younger generations. Yesterday I had actually something very, very sad happening. It broke my nephew broke my heart. My nephew was here yesterday. Yesterday we had a little bit of like chill time, watch Jackie Chan and whatnot. So at some point I was like, you know what, let's play a game. And I wanted to introduce him to games that I grew up with, because he's only playing FIFA and Fortnite basically, but currently a lot of FIFA. So I was like, I told him, what the hell are you gonna do if EA, which will never happen, but never say never, right? They file for bankruptcy tomorrow. That means you will have nothing to play. You cannot be 11 and have the taste of like a 25-year-old, right? Like his mind is basically FIFA and Fortnite, and later on, I know that Fortnite will be replaced by Call of Duty, so he'll be a FIFA Call of Duty guy. And I don't want him to be a FIFA Call of Duty guy. Not that there's anything wrong with the games. I mean, there's plenty wrong with the games. Let's not kid ourselves. But, you know, I want to broaden his horizon. But holy shit, this generation has no patience. Every game that has a little bit more than 2 sentences to read, right? Where not everything is put into cutscenes. It's GG's. It's over. His attention is not there anymore. We started Kingdom Hearts yesterday. Kingdom Hearts is a game that is very dear to me, man. Very dear to me. And it also opens the field for more action RPGs and whatnot for a younger generation. So I was like, this gotta be it. Because Final Fantasy is a little bit too difficult right now. Kingdom Hearts is like children Final Fantasy, pretty much. So I was like, let us try with this, right? It's fun enough, it is action-based, has lots of cutscenes, but the second we finish the tutorial, you're basically stuck on an island and you have to find certain things on the island, right? In order to find those things, you gotta talk to people. That's where I lost him. That was over. He had to read. He had to talk to NPCs. The game did not tell him where to find things. And that made me very sad. Like, after the tutorial, he pretty much gave up and he was like, I'm so bored, can we play something else? I was like, okay. GG's. That's it. Let's go back to FIFA. We played FIFA. I destroyed his ass in FIFA. I had to school him. I got so angry, I had to humiliate him in FIFA. I'm sorry. I usually don't play with my full power, right? But yesterday, after he broke my heart, I had to humiliate him in FIFA. And I did. So that was my Friday. Watching Jackie Chan, getting my heart broken, and then destroying my nephew. My 11-year-old nephew in FIFA. You know what else happened yesterday? Jake Paul broke his jaw. Finally. Jinyo, his power is over 9,000. I had to. I had to. Usually when I play against him, I mean, he's already solid, right? I would even argue individually he's better than me. Like, he knows more skills and whatnot because he watches all the FIFA YouTube tutorials and shit like that. I don't. I haven't even owned my own FIFA since FIFA 16, right? But he brought his FIFA, so we just played a little bit, and the basics are still the same, right? They changed the gameplay a little bit, they spice it up a little bit, but the basics stay the same. And my playstyle is basically still the same. Just the teams are a little bit different, better or worse, depending on which FIFA you have. And usually I play with like lower teams, whereas he's playing with like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Paris, Man City, etc. He usually goes with the 5-star teams, and I go with either Borussia Dortmund or with lower placed teams, because I want to make it a little bit more fair. But yesterday I also played with Barcelona and Real Madrid, and it did not really end well for him. Alright, I'm gonna go. Alright, Sinister. Thank you so much for stopping by. See you around. See you next time. Tomorrow, probably. My Friday was paying to win. That's not good. I hate pay to win games. My Friday was sleeping at 9 and waking up at 10. I hope you meant you went to sleep at 9 p.m. and woke up at 10 a.m. Because otherwise that's like, that's a nap. That's not sleeping. That's a nap. Are we still live on YouTube? I hope I didn't nuke the stream because I'm listening to this Christmas playlist. You just never know. Am I still live? I hope I'm still live on YouTube. Oh yeah, okay, we're still live on YouTube. Good. I'm a little bit paranoid when it comes to YouTube, man. Good. All right, Ikari. All right. I did not mean to like disrespect. Sometimes I just get paranoid because I've been struggling with a lot of like technical difficulties. So if it gets a bit too quiet, my brain tells me, "Oh, you gotta check. Like maybe you got disconnected or something like that." I need to go help my mom with gifts. Bye. All right, that sounds fun. Thank you so much for stopping by, Cloudy. I'm also buying last-minute gifts. That is good. I mean, it's not so good because it's stressful, but at least you are buying gifts. Don't miss me too much. Don't worry, we won't. Just kidding. I'll miss everyone who's leaving chat. Shall we go into the first story? Should we go to our news studio, or should we stay here? What do you think? I mean, there's not a lot to talk about, really. Jake Paul was fighting yesterday. Whoops. And this time around, it did not end well for him. I thought they're gonna fix the fight again, to be totally honest. Because all of his other fights were kind of fixed. Let's go into the studio. Let's do that. I rarely use the studio. We should go to the studio. It's the news studio after all. So let us go. We gotta do this. Oh fuck. Hello. All right, we are in the studio and our cat is floating. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. No. All right. Okay. All right. No, you know what? This is better, I think. Yeah. This is better. Okay. All right. So we are in the studio, and the first story of the day is that, you know how Jake Paul, does anyone know Jake Paul? I hope everyone knows Jake Paul, right? This is, wait, let's not start with this picture. Let us start with, okay, no, never mind. Let's start with this picture. I wanted to go with something more neutral, but this is it. Jake Paul, he got famous being a YouTuber, right? He's the younger brother of Logan Paul, and also Logan Paul is a huge YouTuber, or used to be. I don't know if he still does YouTube, but that's where, like, their beginnings, right? That's how they became famous. I gotta do this with music because I kind of don't want to listen to my own voice like that. There we go. There we go. Something like positive music over this humiliating defeat. So both of these brothers, they became famous during, I would say, YouTube's high time area, right around 2010-ish. I don't know. You know, around the time when PewDiePie was still the most subscribed YouTuber, the biggest YouTuber. I think MrBeast wasn't even a thing yet when both of these brothers were becoming famous or were at the height of their YouTube fame. So ever since that, they started doing like different things. Logan Paul started back when Vine was a thing, exactly. And hello, Icathian. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hello. Back when Vine was a thing is a very good argument, or a very good point. Hello and good evening to everyone. Good evening to you. Wait, evening? What time is it for you? Because it's evening for me as well. So you cannot be American, because for Americans it's morning, right? 8 p.m? You're 1 hour ahead of me. Are you from the UK? I think the UK is an hour ahead of me, right? England? Gotta be England. Anyways, Logan Paul went on doing like podcasts and shit like that, went into the WWE even, and his younger brother, Jake Paul, I think he also started doing a podcast. I'm not exactly sure with all their endeavors, but he started boxing. A bit to the east, Romania. Cool. Dude, we now have people from Romania, Serbia, and Poland. Why is that? I have nothing against it, by the way. I'm just asking. Does my name Jinyo? Is it like, is it something from east of Europe? Like, does it mean something in east of Europe? Really cool. Everyone is welcome here. I'm just saying. Like, there's nothing. I have nothing against. I appreciate people coming from all corners of the world. That's why I'm doing this in English instead of German. We chatted for a bit when you played the new Silent Hill. Oh, okay. I apologize for not remembering. I apologize. I was just looking for VTubers I can watch in my own time zone due to my work schedule. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that now. I apologize for not remembering, but unless you show up 3 or 4 times, I have very, very bad short-term memory, especially when it comes to like nicknames and whatnot. But welcome back. Also, I don't want to blame this on Twitch, but Twitch showed me the first words attachment to your message, and that usually only happens when you chat for the very first time on a channel. Gin, almost like gin. I like gin. Strawberry one is the best. Gin and juice. No worries, you don't have to apologize. My work schedule was packed, so I couldn't join many streams lately. That is fine, because I just recently decided to do streams more frequently, at least until the end of the year, because I want to focus more. I think we talked about it when you were here, right? If I remember correctly. Initially, I wanted to upload more stuff on YouTube, focus on YouTube so we can get more live streamers, right? Live stream fans or viewers in general. But that strategy seems to not work that well. And I kind of miss streaming as well. And I feel like if I fail, right, I'd rather fail having fun. If that makes sense. So I increased the streaming times again. Instead of just failing the entire time and only have one stream, where we cannot really do anything, because one stream, what the hell am I supposed to do? I cannot really finish or start a playthrough of anything, because with one stream that is 3 hours long, which game should I finish like that? Like, there's no game, even a 20-hour small game would take us weeks to complete. So yeah, I'm gonna increase streams again until the end of the year, and then we'll see what happens in January. So don't worry about it. These streams will always be here for you. You don't have to apologize for working. Everyone has a packed work schedule, but now hopefully you can relax a little bit because Christmas is nigh. It is almost here. Almost here. Back to the topic. Jake Paul started boxing, and because of his fame, right, and because I guess boxing started to lose the younger generation. I think the younger generation started watching more UFC, so boxing became, I wouldn't say uncool, right, but definitely not as cool as it used to be. I think UFC took a lot of the younger audience or the younger demographic from boxing, so they started working with Jake Paul. I think that is the main priority. I don't think any actual boxer takes Jake Paul serious as a boxer, but I think they started just... Wait, why did my... What the hell? My body appeared. Doesn't matter. We'll just keep it like that. I don't think anyone in the boxing world takes Jake Paul serious as a boxer. But they needed his clout. They needed his connection to the younger audience, and that is, I think, why boxing primarily started working with Jake Paul on things like these exhibition matches with Mike Tyson. Like, he mostly fought either retired or injured fighters, or amateurs, or people who didn't even box before. The first time he ever fought an actual boxer was it Tyson Fury? Not Tyson Fury. His younger brother. One of the Furies. I don't know. All of them box, right? First time he ever fought one of those, he lost. So the very first time, Tommy. It was Tommy. Thank you. Yeah. The one time he actually had to fight an actual boxer, he lost. So I don't understand how we went from him fighting an actual boxer and losing to him fighting the former heavyweight champion. So when they announced this fight against Anthony Joshua, I wrote somewhere, I think I can still find that tweet somewhere, but I wrote, if he doesn't knock Jake Paul out, it's fixed. Like, there is no way. He's not a retired boxer, right? I think he hasn't fought in a while, or his last fight was like last year or anything like that. I don't know if he's not the current champ, right? But he used to be a heavyweight champion, and he's still actively boxing. So he's not a retired boxer. He's not an injured boxer either. He's an actual, still active, former heavyweight champion. Or is he the current heavyweight champion? I don't know. I don't follow boxing. So I knew immediately, if he doesn't go down, it's fixed. Like, there's no fucking way that Jake Paul, who only fought an actual boxer once and lost, that he can go up against the heavyweight champ or former heavyweight champ. He still did. I did not watch it because, seriously, I thought they're gonna fix it somehow, or they would have a no knockout clause, because that exists as well, where they agree to not knock each other out, basically. I was like, this is gonna be another six round dance of them not doing anything, hugging, and then Anthony Joshua winning at the end by points. I woke up today, looked at Twitter, and I saw all of these amazing memes. I was like, no, did he actually knock him out? Because nowadays you don't know, right? You don't know if things are staged with like AI. There's one AI image where Jake Paul is standing over a knocked out Anthony Joshua. So I was like, no shot, right? That's the first image I saw. And then I saw the video, and this is the beauty. We have to watch this muted because it's Netflix, and I don't want anything to be claimed, right? But this is it. This is it. This is beautiful. This is beautiful because you can see the expression of Jake Paul, and I can assure you, I don't know if I'm interpreting too much into it, but I think you can see fear. Like, there was someone scared to death when, like, before he gets the knockout punch. Wait. Was it that? I think. Wait. We gotta go back. I think this is either defeat or it's fear. It is. Maybe it's also like pleading, right? Maybe he's looking Joshua into the eyes and be like, please don't kill me. I know you're gonna hit me, but don't kill me, please. And then he gets hit. And you gotta also say that Anthony Joshua did not even fight with full force. Like, you can see him in other clips, multiple clips, just laughing, right? Like, he did not go full force. I would argue for him it was more like a warm-up match, right? Like a sparring match. He did not go like full force on him. Oh, I could watch this all day. I hated that he... What was that? I just heard a farting sound. Is it coming from this? Wait, I gotta go back so people don't say it was me. Pretty sure I just heard a farting sound. It's probably from this video. If you believe in any gods, it's time to pray. Ah, that was good. I just didn't like that he kind of made a joke out of this entire like boxing industry, and I'm not even a huge boxing fan, but to see him basically mocking Mike Tyson and whatnot, it's Mike Tyson. Like, come on. I truly believe that Mike Tyson could have knocked Jake Paul out, even at his age and with all of his illnesses and whatnot. Because there were multiple moments in the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight. I don't know if you watched it, but there were multiple moments where he was completely open. And you know Mike Tyson, he might be old now, he might be slower, everything might hurt, right? If you're 60, especially if you're a 60-year-old retired boxer. But if there's something you'll never unlearn is that, like, your muscle memory, right? And there were multiple moments where Mike Tyson was like ducking like he used to, and Jake Paul was wide open and Mike did not hit him. So I think even a 60-year-old Mike Tyson would have schooled him if it wasn't for any contracts. It was probably Jake fart or flight instinct. Oh yeah, but that was very, very, very satisfying, and this was probably the moment he realized, holy shit, like, that is just a different level. I mean, even if they were on the same level boxing-wise, which they are not, right? But even if they were on the same levels, they are not the same weight class. There's a reason why people, like, sports has weight classes, because there's just an advantage of being heavier and taller. You don't see a cruiser amateur boxer fighting a heavyweight amateur boxer, even if they're on the same level technically, or technique-wise. So this was, he was at a disadvantage, number one. Number two, he's not a true boxer, pro boxer. Maybe he's at this point on an amateur level, but definitely not pro. And number three, he's fighting a former heavyweight champion. So he's not oh my god. That hurt. That must have hurt. I don't care how much money you give me, man. People say, oh my god, it doesn't matter, he got his back. He got humiliated by another man. Look at him smiling. He was like, oh, this is such a great meme format. He got his mouth shut. Like, quite literally. And I don't know about you, I think, like, people should still remain a bit of their honor and dignity, especially as men. And okay, he got 100 million or whatever, 50 million, but he was already rich before, right? If he was broke, right? Like, every one of us would probably do it, right? If you were broke for 100 million, man, you're set for life, generational wealth. Then I would also go into a ring with Anthony Joshua and just pray that he will not kill me. That's it. That I will not get any brain damage from this fight. and I can still walk afterwards. That's the only thing I would do. But if you're already rich, like, what is this? Like, do you have a humiliation kink, or was he actually so full of his self, like actually delusional, to think that he could beat him? Oh, that was a good hit. There you go, back and forth. Whoop, and oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Where is his like guard? Like, hands up, Jake Paul. What is he doing? I mean, he got hit in the stomach, and that hurt, man. If you've ever been hit in the stomach by non-professional boxers, just like being in a fight before, being hit into the stomach, first of all, it just presses all the air out of your lungs, right? It hurts as hell. So you obviously just naturally cower forward. But still, professional boxers need to... This is why he's not a professional boxer. Even if you get hit in the kidneys, right, on the stomach, you gotta have your guards up. This was just an invitation. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Oh. And this is, by the way, this is not even full force. Oh. Ow. Ooh. Ouch. Bam. Alright, and then he went down. So we can assume the fight was not staged. And he broke his jaw on 2 places. That is insane. The memes are so good. Oh man. I wouldn't be as... It will be an amazing GIF. Like, just look at this. I don't usually have that much Schadenfreude, but like, you know, like I'm not hating on Jake or anything like that. Like, respect to him for trying to be a pro boxer, right? Even though he was already set as like money wise and whatnot, pursuing something in a sports field, that is respectable, no matter what, right? But this fight, like, everyone could have told him, right? Like, I literally don't know what the point of this fight was, apart from just money, right? But he was a clown, pretty much. Like, Anthony Joshua stepped into a ring with a clown and beat a clown for 6 rounds. Like, I really don't know what the point of this was. Some part of me believes, like, thinks, and I hope that is the case for him, because it would at least explain why he was so crazy to step into the ring with Anthony Joshua. I hope he did believe that he could beat him, because that just means he is A, delusional, but B, also very confident. Hopefully that was a humbling experience now, and if he wants to continue boxing, I feel like he should start at like the amateur level. No shame about that. Everyone starts somewhere, right? If he's truly passionate about the sports of boxing, just try, like, start down there, right? Start with some amateurs, see if you can beat actual boxing amateurs, and then go up from there. But you cannot step into the sports and then fight the best. the best. Imagine you send your 7-year-old to soccer practice for the first time, and his opponents are Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. That's basically what Jake Paul did. You can't do that. Oh man. That was the story for today. There's also, look at this funny clip. Zelda, a Zelda player. Zelda players are so freaking they're so creative. There's still people who have like 300, 400 hours in Tears of the Kingdom. In Tears of the Kingdom, you can create these platforms. Some platforms are levitating. You can even build your own vehicles and planes. It's really a fantastic gameplay element that just keeps the entire game fresh. I enjoyed it a lot, but I was not very creative with the builds. But there are people who build like automated machines within Tears of the Kingdom, and this guy just built his own little mini game with floating platforms that you can turn off if you shoot them with an arrow. Very creative. Alright. I feel like Tears of the Kingdom was not really talked about that much. I feel like this game deserved way more recognition and fame. Alright, so that was story number 1. Any thoughts? Anything I haven't mentioned? Anything you want to know about the fight itself? Let me know. Did you watch the fight? Did any of you watch the fight live? And if not, why didn't you watch it live? Are you interested in sports? I didn't even know about it. I mean, the timing of that fight is kind of unfortunate if you think about it, because yesterday people were waiting on something else that we will not touch. The Epstein files, right? They were released yesterday, which I think people were just busy seeing their politicians and actors and singers and whatnot just being exposed at PDF files. One thing that hit me, because I grew up with Jackie Chan movies and I love Rush Hour, and Rush Hour was with Chris Tucker. I like Chris Tucker, but Chris Tucker is on the Epstein, in the Epstein files, and was on the Epstein Islands. Like, there's definitely pictures. We don't know what exactly he did, right? Because there was only pictures with him and Epstein himself, and not with any victims. But it would, I don't know, man. It's very hard to enjoy Rush Hour if he actually turns out to be a PDF file, right? Watching what Rush Hour would be wouldn't be the same, man. Michael was too. We have to take it with a grain of salt, unfortunately, I guess. Jingo, I'm gonna sleep. It's already 2 a.m. in my country. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Next time I'll try to start a bit sooner, Ikari. But yeah, Jingo, I like that. Hey, Jingo! Jingo, I'm gonna sleep. Alright, take good care of yourself, Ikari. Have a good night, and hopefully we'll see each other tomorrow. Thank you so much for stopping by. You're holding the YouTube front. I mean, Jinyo, I know what you meant. It was a funny typo. Jingo. Tom Hanks too, allegedly. I don't think it was confirmed though. The news hit me like a truck. Ah, dude, if Tom Hanks turns out to be a PDF file, he ruins a lot of classical movies that I love. Castaway, Terminal, Forrest Gump. Like, Tom Hanks has only bangers. Saving Private Ryan. Oh no. Yeah, we'll see. We just don't know what is confirmed and what not. Especially nowadays when we are living in the like misinformation days. People can fake with AI easily and you cannot distinguish that anymore. So we gotta wait. We really gotta wait. I don't know what the purpose was of the file dump, because it was literally just black pages. So I'm not exactly sure. Like, what was the point? Here's the evidence, and it's 100,000 black pages. Okay. Like, do we need special glasses to see the information? Or like, what's the point? But the files are more redacted than the SCP ones. Yeah, it's just weird. Every time something like that comes out, same with the Diddy documentary that I also finished recently. There's so many people involved, and all of those people knew. They knew all along. They've been knowing for 10, 20 years, right? They let, as long as it works, like the system is running, nobody cares. The moment, like, one of the cogwheels doesn't turn anymore, right? That's when this entire, or maybe not, let's not use cogwheel as a metaphor, but a card house. It's literally a card house. And someone like Diddy, for example, he was building a card house for like 25 years. A house of cards, I mean. And then you just need one of them to break apart, and then the entire thing will collapse into itself. And same with Epstein, and same with what was the Hollywood guy? the director producer guy, Weinstein. Or do I mix two names up now? Is it Epstein, Weinstein? Something with wine. I remember, maybe it's not Weinstein, but it's something with wine. Same with this guy. Just S8, many actors for 2 decades, 3 decades. Nobody gave a shit. Everyone knew. Everyone was taking pictures with him, sitting in the same room with him, sitting at award shows with him. The moment like one victim came out, everyone was like, "Oh my god, it was horrible." Too early for conclusions. Yeah, most of the Hollywood industry will collapse if anything is confirmed. I do not think so, Ikathian. I really don't think so. Like I lost a bit of faith in humanity when it comes to that. I think some people will be sacrificed. There's always going to be sacrificial lambs, right? But Hollywood will not collapse. Nobody will care. People will forget in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. That's the reality that we're living in. And I can also guarantee you, when Diddy comes out, he will continue either working as a producer or just doing music in general. People will not care. It's like some of his diehard fans still think that he's completely innocent. Everyone is lying. Even though there is like literal camera footage of him abusing people, right? Abusing his wife. There's still some people who think everything is fake and they just want to frame him. So, yeah. That's the world that we're living in. It's very fast-paced. People consume and people forget. That's it. That's why every YouTuber can come back, no matter what they did. People will just either forgive or they will forget and move on. Generally, there's a new theory. Remember when Michael talked about protecting kids and we know what happened to him, and now there are photos of him awkwardly standing with Epstein. I mean, like with Michael, there's always... I think it's like a double-edged sword with Michael's story. He has been accused of so many things, and some of it were lies, some of it was never really confirmed. I still don't think that, like, unless there are images with victims and whatnot, right? Because Epstein was around almost everyone. There's probably not a single singer or actress that was not around Epstein. So there will be images of everyone. It's just the matter of what exactly are they gonna release. I think, don't get me wrong, like Michael was deeply disturbed in his brain, but how could he not if he was basically a super like international star ever since he was like 4 years old or whatever. And we also know that their parents abused the shit out of the kids, especially Joe Jackson, that motherfucker. So, of course, a child that never got to be a child, right? That was abused as hell and became a world star by the age of 4. Of course, he's not gonna end up as a normal person. I'm not justifying his actions, by the way. I'm just saying that it's like any idiot could know that he will not turn out to be a normal human. Children need a childhood. That's it. They need a positive childhood. They also need good role models and good parents. All of these issues that some people have, that's why we say that some women have like father issues, right? And some men have mother issues. It's very important. Children are sponges, and if you mess up the early years, it will lead to like incredible damage in the adult years. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I just don't understand why, if there's like, the one thing I really don't understand is why they're protecting these people. Like, we know that people went to those islands for one purpose, right? And if they have evidence in those 100,000 PDF files, why is it redacted? Why can we not know? Why are they not in jail, right? Why is Bill Clinton, for example, not in jail right now? Because there's images and there's probably evidence in the files as well, right? Everyone, put everyone behind bars. And I don't care about their political affiliation, right? I don't care if they're Republican or Democrats or because I'm not American, right? The only thing I want to know is, are they PDF files? Yes or no? Yes, put them in jail or worse. No, then let them free, right? But what's the point of dumping 100,000 files and everything is just black? Okay, cool. Now we're as smart as we were before. All right, but that was I didn't even want to talk about Epstein because there's always gonna be those dumbass people who will protect their favorites as hard as they can. But there's no protection here. There is no protection. If you did party with Epstein on Epstein Island, there you are a PDF file. Or you're definitely not a nice person. I don't know if some people went to his island like literally just to party and not to do anything sinister. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not very familiar with the Epstein stuff in general. I didn't even know who Epstein was until all of that shit came out. Alright, so that was story number 1 that we talked about today. Jake Paul getting his jaw broken. Oh, do we have any artists in here? There's something I wanted to post on our Discord as well. I forgot, but I will do that later on. If you... Off topic, the skyline behind you looks stunning. Thank you! It's not my background. It's a background that I bought. But it is one of my favorite backgrounds to use, the studio background. But I stopped talking about these Twitter, like the things that I find on Twitter, right? And I focused more on like long type of reactions. That's why I ended up not using this anymore. But now that we're back to our old habits, basically, you're gonna see this background a lot more. I even have different kind of, like with this model, I can even, if I remember how to do it properly, was it Shift and W? Or was it Control and W? Oh yeah, Control and W. I can wave. I have a phone here as well. No, that's not phone. What is phone? Smartphone? S maybe? Or is it T? No, T is nothing. Okay. Z, U, K, P? P! P is phone. It's pretty cool. Maybe I'm gonna keep the phone because it's very fitting, because we're currently watching stuff on Twitter. But if you're an artist and if you like Mega Man, Mega Man currently has a cool challenge. Pick up the pen for you to design a boss, which will then be implemented in their upcoming game. There's going to be a new Mega Man game in 2028, I believe. I'm a huge fan of Mega Man. I don't know if you know Mega Man or not. I just never know with the newer generation. I just love Mega Man. I grew up with Mega Man. I grew up playing Mega Man. I thought the concept of Mega Man was always pretty cool because you're basically an android, right? You're a boy that is turned into a robot, and you go through these levels, beat bosses, and when you beat the bosses, you get their abilities. You basically absorb their abilities. Just really cool. I'm graphic designer, drew a bit years ago. Sounds fun. Yeah, if you have a cool, like, if you like drawing robots and whatnot, and maybe you also love game design, right? This is your way to, well, prove yourself. But you have great competition. Great competition. And it would be probably pretty cool if you have a portfolio where you could say, I designed a boss for the upcoming Mega Man game. These designs are pretty cool. Goggly eyes, squirrel bot, Nuki bot, leaf blower, and Tanuki. Cool. What else do we have? What is that? Rescue women, nautical nova, air filter on chest for cycling out smoke absorbed, a firefighting robot, flashlight on head, water suction, air suction. Pretty cool, man. If I knew how to draw, I would probably do one myself, but I don't think I'll have a chance against all of these great concepts. I think about it, but I mostly drew Beat Canyon style things, and before that some anime faces. I don't think the art style is important, I think the concept is just important. If you can explain the parts of the robot and their effects and abilities, I think that is what they're looking for. And not so much like it's not like they want you to do their job. It's pretty cool. The Marvelous Snowman. Some of these look like AI, not gonna lie, and they said that you will get disqualified if you use AI. So don't use AI. Here, this is the official Mega Man account, and it says, as a reminder for those entering the Mega Man Dual Override Boss Design Art Contest, please remember the rules posted at da-ba-da-ba-da. Entrants must follow this account, and please leave the AI to the robots. Generative AI is prohibited for this contest. Used to play Mega Man on an emulator years ago. Unfortunately, I'm not an artist, can't even draw a circle. Yeah. I mean, which Mega Man did you play on which emulator? Because Mega Man has been around for such a long time. Did you play the NES Mega Man, or the Super Nintendo Mega Man, or the PlayStation 1 Mega Man, the Sega Mega Man? There's so many great Mega Man games. My favorite one is probably Mega Man X. Not the old school Mega Man. Like, some people think that the old school NES, like literally this one, where Mega Man still looks like this, is the best one, but they're just a bit too hard for me and too punishing, right? It's very difficult. Mega Man X was I feel like the perfect blend between visuals and gameplay. Emulator was called Final Burn. The Mega Man I played was a platformer. I don't remember exactly which one, but it was a tons of fun. Mega Man is a tons of fun. It is a very, very cool platformer. Very cool. If Mega Man, the new Mega Man comes out, I'll play it. But it comes out in 2028. So I don't know if we'll still be around by that time. Or was it 2027? It was either 2027 or 2028. I'm just glad that my boy gets another game. Okay, this is I Spice. Before anyone writes, caught you in 4K. No, you didn't. Or maybe you did, I don't know, because I initially liked this for the Bambooty. I'm not gonna lie, I have a male brain and I see cake, I like cake. But I wanted to show you this because because of how the mascots are staring at her. Because everyone is currently like giving her shit for wearing something like this on a SpongeBob premiere. But from what I've read is that there were no kids present. It was like a private show, a private screening, so mostly adults, but everyone's currently giving her shit because it's like, why is she wearing stuff like this? It's a kids show or like a kids movie, but this was a private screening, probably with most of the execs and whatnot. I just wanted to show you this video because of this stare, because it seems like while the entire internet is screaming at her, I don't think SpongeBob and Patrick have anything against it. Look at this stare. SpongeBob is so happy. It's like, don't turn around. Servus, hallo, moin. Moin moin Taxi, welcome, wie geht's? Okay, just wanted to show you that. Alright, hopefully won't get banned here on YouTube. Oh, another picture. Pretty nice picture. A bit depressing as well. It's the Big Ben and it's covered in fog. But it looks a bit like a clock is floating above everyone's head. Like their time is running out. It's a very eerie image, but also a pretty cool one if you think about it. I think that SpongeBob doesn't mind, yeah. Idea, color, master, painter, printer, robot, and depending on color it uses, attacks would have different color and specifications. 3 to 4 colors like CMYK. Maybe I'll draw it. You can try. That would be a cool idea for a robot, yeah. Or maybe someone should give ChatGPT a body, and maybe ChatGPT will become a final boss in the next Mega Man game. Mir geht es gut und dir? Super. Super. Hab ein bisschen Migräne. But other than that, alles in Ordnung. Didn't sleep that well. And if I don't sleep well, I get migraines. So that was that. Do we have another story? Oh, we still have a big story. First of all, Jake Paul broke his jaw, but we already talked about that. Next big story is a very sad one, and I say this even though I don't play World of Warcraft anymore. I haven't played World of Warcraft in more than 10 years, but I've been like following the topic still, right? Sometimes when there's like a new expansion, I still watch the trailers. And there was a cool fan community who hosted their own version of World of Warcraft Classic, like the first version of World of Warcraft ever. But they modified it so hard that it was it was completely different than the original World of Warcraft. It has its own unique areas. So they created their own areas and own instances and whatnot, and own raids for their version of World of Warcraft. They had their own quests and whatnot, their own classes even. Completely unique. And the same team wanted to work on a Unreal Engine version of World of Warcraft. So World of Warcraft in Unreal Engine. Basically make it more approachable and more beautiful. Modernize it for a modern audience, basically, right? And they spent years upon years. I think they worked on it for 7 years. And Blizzard just said no. Blizzard just pulled the plug. Blizzard said, nope, it's our IP, and we don't like that you're doing something that is very cool with our IP. Your version of World of Warcraft cannot be cooler than our original version of World of Warcraft. So they shut it down, which is very sad. But I also predicted this. I hate to see it. I hate to be the guru, the prophet of bad news. But when I discovered Turtle WoW a couple of months ago, maybe I can still find my tweet. Wait, on Discord. Turtle WoW. Turtle WoW. Okay, these are my messages. Turtle WoW, blah blah blah. Let me see. I just want to see if I was actually correct about this, because I love being right. Who doesn't? Turns out it's a private server. Pretty sure. Oh, there it is. I posted this in August. In August, I posted, it's insane, Turtle WoW. Blizzard lawyers will want 10,000%, no, 100,000% shut this down. And they did. I was unfortunately right. It just looked too good. I don't know if you ever, like, do you even know what World of Warcraft is? It's such an old game. I don't know if I need to explain it or not, but it's an MMORPG, and it is at this point very dated. I think it's like 24 years old now, or is it even older than that? It's an old game. It's very, very old. And this team in particular, they redid all of the textures and whatnot in Unreal Engine 5. So they gave it a new look, and I even said, and I said if they redo it in Unreal Engine 5, I'm even gonna try and play the game again, because I haven't played in more than 10 years. But yeah, that was shut down. I think shutting down super talented developers like this is always a bad move. the worst case scenario should always be that they just acquire the studio, right? Instead of shutting it down. Same with Nintendo. Nintendo has so many great fan mods of their games done by just very passionate fans, and they usually just threaten with lawsuits. Why wouldn't you just buy the rights, let them earn on like a minimal amount or whatever, take 80% of it, but then maybe support the project or whatnot? Why would you shut it down? Like, people obviously enjoy it, and this server had like, I don't know, 20,000 concurrent players, so there's a huge potential for profit here. Why wouldn't you just endorse it? Be like, hey, we're gonna, like, behind the scenes, they don't even have to do it open, right? They could just say, we're gonna take 90% of your revenue because it's our IP, but we like what you're doing, so keep doing it. Or just straight out buy the entire team, so they can do Turtle WoW, like Unreal Engine 5 World of Warcraft, on their behalf. But shutting it down will just leave a bitter taste. People will just see you now as the big bad evil, right? The people who played on this Turtle WoW will not move on to the original WoW, because that's always what I think they the companies think would happen. If we shut down the fan projects, they will just buy the original, but in most cases that is just not happening. The people who fell in love with this version of World of Warcraft want to play this version of World of Warcraft and not your version, even if your version is the original one and the original IP. But if you shut it down, the 20,000 players who played this will not immediately turn into, or like automatically turn into 20,000 players of your version of the game. On the contrary, I think they will just start hating you. That's it. Okay, so that was the news. They had it coming, to be honest. It became too popular for their own good. If fan projects from like popular companies or franchises, when they become popular, there's like 99.9% chance that they will just get shut down. Especially with Nintendo IPs. If you're a fan modder, do not touch Nintendo IPs, because they will actually try to sue you. Not just shut your project down, they want to like financially like get something out of it. At least with Blizzard or whatnot, they'll just shut it down and that's it. But with Nintendo, God forbid you do like a Pokemon fan-made game, you're gonna be paying for a couple of generations. So that was the Turtle WoW controversy. So we've done with that as well. Anything else that you like to talk about that I haven't covered today? The other thing that I like on YouTube are all cat videos. I love cats, and if I see a cat video, I will like it. So there is, unless you want to watch 50 cat videos, I think I'm done with the news part of today's stream. Anything else? I'm just gonna scroll down real quick. What's the playlist in the background? It goes hard. Oh, good thing that you mentioned it. It's from Stream Beats. It's from Harris Heller. Harris Heller is, or used to be, a streamer who mainly gave like streaming advice and whatnot. And don't have time to stay, but I had to ban the last 2 people that just joined the Discord because they were spamming inappropriate pics. Not sure if they're in here, but letting you know, Jenny. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you stopping by, Lexi, and hopefully we get to see you next time. Thank you for letting me know. You don't have to. You don't have to tell me if you ban someone for like showing inappropriate stuff. That is why you're a moderator, and I trust you with that. I mean, you're technically not a Discord moderator, but thank you. Appreciate that. I appreciate it. I did not see that. And if we don't see each other before Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas. But hopefully we do. And if not, don't worry about it. Thank you so much for letting me know and stopping by. We missed you. But who was it? Yeah, I don't know if I need to tell you people, but don't post inappropriate pictures. Thank you. Just don't. Please. We only have one channel, and you are allowed to post like images in that channel. I used to have like an images channel on Discord, but I wanted to streamline everything so we have a little bit more like in one place, activity in one place, right? But don't abuse that, because I hate doing restrictions, and it's usually the bad apples who ruin it for everyone, and I'm so tired of this. Please, people, I just decided to come back to do more streams, right? And do more frequent streams, but don't ruin it by just making me think about more restrictions again, and setting up new permissions and permission structures on Discord. That will just eat up my time that I don't want to just like spend on. But who was that? I would love to know who it was. Because if that was one of you in chat right now, there's a chance for you to apologize. Was my Elden Ring character inappropriate? It wasn't your Elden Ring character. But he was ugly as hell. He looked like a mix of Voldemort and, I don't know, Hulk. Yeah, please don't do that. If I find you, whoever that was, posting stuff, like I will ask Lexi, don't worry. I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna ban you. Like Liam Neeson in his movies. I'm gonna find you. And I'm gonna make you pay. Maybe I need to take away image permissions again, just to be super safe. But see, this is something I don't want to do, because I want to encourage people to share stuff with us. The more restrictions are on a channel. I mean, our channel doesn't, like Discord, because I'm splitting my time with like on so many different platforms. I don't really have that much time to be active on Discord either. So if it's getting even more restrictive, what's the point in us even having a Discord, right? At that point, I could just delete it. Just gotta join the Discord server too. Forgot about it. Alrighty, you can do that by using this link, hopefully. Nose that long, you can use it like a spear if you sharpen it. We also have a bunch of like Double Choco Chip is currently posting a lot of his finds in the new Pokemon game, like Pokemon Pocket. So if you're playing Pokemon Pocket, you can post your nice loot over there. Oh, Double Choco Chip, I also just saw that he posted something. I receive 92 million. You receive a broken jaw. Anthony Joshua. That's very funny. John, thanks a lot for the link. No, thank you for joining. The more the merrier. This is the whole point. Once again, I don't want to repeat myself, but my entire goal with our community is just to have people around for the streams so we can enjoy our time, so people are not alone, right? I think this is one of the worst feelings for both the viewer and the streamer itself. If you've been streaming, you know what I mean. Just talking to yourself, it just sucks, right? And being like the lone viewer in a community also kind of sucks, because the second the streamer doesn't pay attention to you because he's paying attention to the game, for example, you're pretty much alone, right? And I hate that. If we have two people in chat, if I don't pay attention to chat for like 5 minutes or so, the two people still have each other, right? Like they have their company. And that is something that I want to build going forward, like a sizable community, so we can just have fun. Everyone can just have fun and enjoy their time here, right? Even when I'm like occupied for 5 minutes when I'm playing a game. This is also probably why a lot of people did not vote for gaming. I did a poll on YouTube 2 days ago or 3 days ago, and the options were I was just asking the YouTube crowd, basically the ones who are watching on YouTube exclusively, whether they want to have the same experience that we have on Twitch. So we start talking, we react, we play a game, or if they just want to have like a select experience, maybe just the reactions, or just the just chatting, or just the gaming. And gaming received 11%. So I think people just enjoyed when we are having a conversation with each other, when we're talking about certain topics. And the second I turn on a game where my attention is also occupied by the game a little bit, I think that is when people stop enjoying the streams that much. And that is why we need a sizable, like a bigger community, so we can have both, right? Oh, and the playlist. I wanted to show you the playlist that I'm listening to. That's the playlist. It's from Harris Heller, who used to call himself the Stream Doctor. I don't know if he's still streaming, but when I started out like 5 years ago and I was having technical difficulties, I usually like looked his channel up. And he's also he's also a musician, and he has an entire playlist for streamers. It's literally called Stream Beats by Harris Heller. So those are songs that you can use for your streams, for your YouTube videos, and he will not claim you. With the other playlists that are on YouTube, you know, there's some playlists that will say copyright-free playlist, but there's no guarantee that they are copyright-free. I used a copyright-free playlist on our last stream, and 5 or 6 songs of those were copyrighted. I may use it on streams, Yeah, it's not the only, like, I'm currently listening to a Christmas playlist of him, but he also has, like, other types of playlists. He has a hip-hop playlist, he has an, like, electronic playlist, so he has a different kind of genres. And once again, this is something I can guarantee you, you cannot be claimed, because he is a streamer himself and he will not claim people. He even, at some point, I don't know if he still has the website, but like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, he had his own Streambeats website where you could download a free usage license. So if some other company claims you, gives you like a copyright claim on behalf of Harris Heller, because some people just pretend to work on behalf of artists, right? You can just show them the license that you are legally allowed to use his songs. But once again, I don't know if the website still exists, and I don't know if the license is still, if it's still a thing. I used one playlist for 2 streams, no copyright, and guess what? Every song copyrighted. Yeah, it is. They figure out that people are looking for copyright-free playlists, and those people will just, you know, put the word copyright, no copyright in their titles. So they show up when you're looking for songs for your streams. It's clickbait. What I can advise you to do, and what everyone should do, is to either warn people in the comments, right? Or to straight up report them for misleading content. I'm very ruthless when it comes to that. I don't give a shit if you say it's copyright free and then 30 minutes out of the 1 hour compilation is copyright claimed. They are actively hurting your channel. Doesn't matter if you're a small creator or a big creator. Their misinformation, their titling actively hurt your channel, and that is misleading, and that should be reported. I don't give a fuck. You lie to my face, you'll deal with the consequences. It seems YouTube went haywire lately with the copyright issues. Lots of newer summers and evil covers were taken down. Excuse me. Yeah, they also, like, sometimes when you react to something, they will actually claim the original creator as like duplicate content. There's some creators who basically got flagged by YouTube because someone else was reacting to their content, and the copyright system, or like their automated system, where like, okay, if that reaction got more views than the original video, then the original is the copy. So there's some people who basically got copyright flags, or like duplicate content flags. Also, a bunch of channels got terminated because of false AI flag systems. Right? There's some people who had to create a huge shitstorm on Twitter in order to get their channels reinstated. Their channels which did nothing wrong and were just deleted overnight because the AI thought it's like duplicate content or just scamming content or whatever. It's very scary. Like, being a content creator, if you'd rely on this full time, I would be shitting my pants, especially if I would have like employees and whatnot, because your stream of revenue or your mainstream of revenue could just disappear from one day to another, like just like that. It's probably also why a lot of like banks and whatnot still don't trust you, and you still need some sort of like leverage or like a burger, I don't know what it's called in English, like someone who's vouching for you basically, if you're a content creator, because it's so volatile. You might earn 10k this month or next month, but the month after that, if the algorithm changes, you might go down to 0, literally. This is also why most bigger streamers or bigger content creators, they always look for different kind of revenue streams. Either they upload on multiple platforms, either they invest in companies, either they start their own like side hustle companies basically, or clothing brands or whatever. It is necessary. It's not that they are greedy. I mean, some of them might be greedy, who knows, but in most cases it's just to get like a stable income. Because no matter how big you are on YouTube, your income is not stable. It never can be and never will, because the algorithm is just not a stable thing. It learns, it changes, it adds things, it adds rules. Look at all the commentary channels in the early like 2010s or 2011s. There were so many channels that had like Counter-Strike playing in the background and someone just doing a voiceover and shitting on other people. All of those channels were demonetized because YouTube decided that they want to be more brand friendly, right? So those people who were working 5-6 years on their channels and were like were receiving ad revenue every single month, one day to another, literally from one day to another, all their channels demonetized, no ad revenue coming in. How do you explain that to your bank when you took a loan or something like that for a house? That you went from, I don't know, 15k a month to 0. That's gotta be scary. I did it with a couple of songs, in the title no copyright, in the description royalty free. It became really bad since YouTube added the AI system. Yeah. It is very tough, especially for Neurosummer, who is literally an AI streamer. Neurosummer's channel, or Vedel's channel, is probably labeled something along the lines of like tech or AI. So I can see how it might get maybe suppressed in the algorithm, because it might think it's like duplicate content or just trashy content, because there's a lot of people right now who just create and upload like 10 shorts or 10 long form videos just by using automated systems. There are people who have automated upload systems where ChatGPT, like there are systems that you can log into where you just log into all of your AI and editing softwares, and they literally automate a video creation and upload system. So their ChatGPT account comes up with a script, then their Nano Banana account comes up with a thumbnail, and then their, I don't know the names of all these softwares, but it's basically one AI for every task, and it just goes from one task to another until a finished product comes out, a video, and then it also automatically uploads it to YouTube. So that has been happening for an entire year now where slop is just being uploaded automatically. The people don't even do anything anymore. They don't even script anymore because they just tell their system to automatically come up with like the script for a trending topic. So they scout Twitter, they find trending words. The trending words will be used to create a script. The script will be used to create a video. The video will be uploaded, and the script will also be used to create a thumbnail. All of that is happening automatically. So someone like Vettel, who is basically running an AI, like an artificial intelligence streamer, right? I think he naturally has like an uphill battle when it comes to the algorithm. Or maybe he has a YouTube rep. He should have a YouTube rep. Usually like bigger streamers like that or bigger YouTubers, they have like a person assigned to them who can help them out. But I think currently the algorithm is not smart enough to distinguish between just AI slop and something like Neurosummer. Because it's both AI. Hello, Raymondo! Hello! Welcome, 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 welcome. How are you doing today? Should have streamed more often on a Saturday, I just realized. Everyone gets to say hi at least for a couple of minutes. We'll see how things develop on YouTube though. Because so far I think only Ikari is watching us on YouTube. And if there's like no demand on YouTube, then I'm just gonna keep it YouTube Twitch exclusive with the streams. Because it adds less strain on my system, right? Right now we have like double the performance. At least when it comes to the network. But if it's not needed, if there's no demand, then we could save a little bit of power. I'm just gonna go through Twitter real quick to see if there's something else we can talk about. Something important maybe. But I think we covered the most important things that happened yesterday. The Epstein files, Jake breaking his jaws, Turtle WoW being cancelled. I don't think anything else major happened yesterday. Or was there? No. Okay. No. The last thing that I liked that we haven't talked about, but now it's kind of too late, are the Game Awards. But it happened on December 12th, so that was 8 days ago. That was more than a week ago. I think I already set my piece as well when it comes to the Game Awards. I was very happy that Expedition 33 won, because right now you can still watch the entire playthrough, my playthrough of Expedition 33 on this channel, and you know my opinion on it. I was like, it immediately became one of my top 5 games of all times. And also, it is just a funny coincidence. Expedition 33 is about Expedition 33, right? Everyone above the age of 33 was killed. I turned 33 this year, so it was just a very, very nice coincidence. And also, I've been dealing with loss the last 2 years, so that was also one of the major parts of the game. So it was like the perfect match, even if it wasn't the perfect game, right? To others, to me it was just perfect, because it just hit home, and I'll always remember playing the game. I'll always remember playing it this year, because this year was just terrible. It's okay though, keep it on. I found my main viewers through YouTube. Yeah, I mean, once we get fiber, we still haven't received our fiber connection, but once I receive fiber, then it's not an issue, right? Then I can also stream to TikTok and, I don't know, Kick. No, not Kick. But like, I will try and cover most platforms. What happened with the list? It was released, Raymondo. It was released, but it was mostly redacted, so you will not see anything. You can see some pictures now. If you go to Twitter and you type in Epstein list, you will see images, but you will not see text or like information. It's literally, they literally just uploaded 1,000 black pages. Yeah. I mean, they gotta protect the PDF files. You know, it's so. I'm just gonna go back and I'm gonna let this run in the background. Whoops. While we're talking about the Epstein files a bit, I'm just gonna let this run because it's such a beautiful moment. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate when it comes to the files, because at this point it's been so long that even if they show stuff, you can only take it with a grain of salt, right? Because with all the AI technology and whatnot, you just don't know why did it take them so long to upload them in the first place. And then second of all, why are they redacting everything? Like, who are they trying to protect? It's so weird. At first, they even said there were no such thing as the Epstein files. So they were, the government was basically gaslighting the public and told us we're hallucinating when it comes to the files. And now all of a sudden the files exist. They magically appeared. But everything is redacted. So, yeah. It's just weird. Even if stuff comes out now, you cannot really believe it anymore either, right? Because it's been like, I don't know, how long have they been asking for it? Like, the last administration also did not release them, right? So it's been at least 4 or 5 years or so of them knowing about the files and not releasing them. So you, like, a skeptic like myself thinks that they had 5 years to just, like, mess with the evidence, change things around. I don't know. As I said, it's been so long that at this point, even if they would release it unredacted, they had enough time to mess with the evidence. Like, on what grounds can we, the public, say, okay, they did not like change any facts in those files? How are we supposed to know at this point? This is what happens, man. There's two different justice systems for the rich and the poor. It always has been the case, because you can bet your ass if if it was you or me on one of those islands, we would either be like trial to death, right, or just never see the sunlight again. But if it's them, if it's the high ups of society, if it's the 1% of society, then it takes 6 years to even get anything. And even now that we got things, we got evidence, we got pictures, nothing happens. It's just weird to me. I mean, technically it's not weird, because it was to be expected. It was to be expected. We all knew that nothing will come out of this. We all knew. Nothing ever happens to the 1%. Just look at Diddy. Diddy pretty much, allegedly, I cannot say, I don't want him to sue me when he comes out or kill me. He allegedly is responsible for at least 10 deaths. Not directly, but indirectly, like all paths lead to him. Guess how many times he was a suspect? 0. How did that happen? It's just weird. It's just weird. Like the murder of Tupac, right? There were many. The first time Tupac got shot, he got shot 5 times before, and then he went to jail and whatnot, right? So he got shot twice. The second time he got shot, he did not survive it. But the first time he got shot at Puffy's studio because he was about to record something with Biggie. I did not know that fact. And that now his diss track, if you know Tupac, if you know rap, you know Hit 'Em Up. That was his diss track to Bad Boy. entertainment. He says, I always wondered why it was like directed to him, whether he got paranoid or anything like that. But he got shot literally at the bottom of Puff Daddy's studio. That's why in Hit 'Em Up he says, five shots couldn't drop me. I took it and smiled. And Puffy was never a suspect. They shot Tupac 5 times in his studio, pretty much. Not inside of it, but in front of it. Puffy was never a suspect. Never, not a single time. Later on, when Tupac got shot and killed, the people who were responsible for it even testified, right? That they knew people who know Puffy, who said in a room that they have a, like, he's gonna pay $1 million to whoever's getting rid of his problem. He said that in a room of killers, basically. Then turns out one of those took him for his word and actually got rid of Tupac. There's tape of people tying it to Puffy, people who killed Pac, tying it to Puffy. Puffy never became a suspect. It's so weird to me. Also, all the people he SA'd who came out, all the trials were just ignored, or not ignored. What is it called when dropped? There's one person who owns 25% of his company, and he threatened to kill him if he doesn't give him the 25%. So he did, and a couple of years later, he sued Puff Daddy for basically threatening him for his 25% stake in his company, and that was dismissed. It's just a matter of how much money you have. That's it. There's no justice, there is money. I got a little bit pessimistic, as you can hear. I lost a bit of faith in humanity in the last 2 years, definitely. 100%. Like it's like I finally understood that we are just pawns. I already knew that there's kings and there's pawns, right? And I think the realization hit me that because I've seen it firsthand, like with people around me who got treated a certain way, right? And then when I see the 1% doing some things and they get treated in a different way, I'm like, I finally understood. We're just pawns. There is no justice for us. So we can just hope to stay as clean as possible and never get to be a target of the 1%, because there's no justice for us. Just like there was no justice for Jake Paul. This is basically, Anthony Joshua is basically representing the 1% here. And this is you. Jake Paul is you. You and me. Trying to fight justice without the clout. This was Diddy, and the Jake Paul is representing all of Diddy's victims. Okay, we have to stop playing this. Oh man. P. Diddy got 50 months for all the shit that he's done. He SA'd like 100 people, and allegedly killed, or definitely was responsible. Allegedly, don't sue me. At the very least 10 people. He got 50 months. He'll be out next year. That's just money. Money talks. Money rules the world. The signs have always been there. I just try to not see it, not to believe it. That's why, as a content creator, for example, there's also different rules. There are things that you can do as a big creator that you cannot do as a small creator. Big creators constantly break TOS, and they maybe get a slip, like a slap on the wrist. 2-day ban, 7-day ban. Small creator does the same thing, permanent ban or 30-day ban. Didn't he have to pay a lot of money too? Not really. I mean, just compared to how much he is worth, right? Like the money that he paid out to some of the victims, I believe. It's not a lot. Like you have to imagine that he's a billionaire, essentially. All of his companies are worth hundreds of millions. And then he has the clothing brand, he has Ciroc vodka, that he also is like a major shareholder. He has all the music that he produced. He owns everything. I also did not know that he changed everything comes out in the documentary. You gotta watch the documentary. He changed the contracts from Biggie after his death. Like it comes out in a documentary where one of the people who changed his contract, he admitted to it. He was like, Puffy told me after Biggie was dead that we should change the middle part of his contract. Because he already signed and then he passed away, right? So Puffy was like, hey, let's skew the contract more towards us, so we earn more with his likeness and whatnot. So they left the top part of the contract basically the same, and the last part of the contract, which had Biggie's signature, and then everything in the middle they basically changed. Evil. It's evil. His brand has definitely been developed. Oh yeah, that is true. But it does not change the fact that he still owns most of the portfolio and most of the bands that he produced as well. It all belongs to him. Plus his properties and whatnot. So he will, even if they take everything away, right? And he's just left with a tiny bit, like left with 10%, he will still live a very comfortable life. And that is kind of sad if you think about it. It's like someone like him should never see the sunlight again. That's just my opinion. Like the amount of damage he has caused and pain he has caused, there is no shot that he should just get out and just live his life comfortably again. And as I said, some of the hardcore fans will just, they don't care. They really don't care. Like no matter what people do, there's still some people who will listen to R. Kelly and whatnot. I think there's a case, if the crime is not major, right? There's a case to separate the art from the artist. If it's not major crime, like PDF files and what. PDF is just too much. Like you cannot, if someone is a PDF file, you cannot separate the art from artists anymore. Like if Tom Hanks really turns out to be on Epstein's island and be like, if he really did some PDF stuff, like you cannot watch Castaway anymore. Or any other of his movies, Saving Private Ryan, if you know that he is an actual PDF file. It's just, at least that's for me. If it was a minor crime, right, it doesn't matter. Like if someone, I don't know, if one of your favorite actors stole something, or he's just a shitty person in general, like IRL, right? Because some people just turn out to be, that's why they say you should never meet your idols. Some people just turn out to be just absolute assholes. You can, that's the different thing, right? You can still enjoy the art that they created, even if they're a horrible person IRL. But if it's such a major crime like PDF files and whatnot, that is just, you cannot watch it anymore or listen to it. I Believe I Can Fly is a banger, yes, but even when the song comes up, you cannot separate that from R. Kelly having women trapped in his basement anymore. That's just me. Same with Diddy. Now if a Diddy song comes up, you immediately think about Baby Oil. Baby Oil and all the horrible shit he has done. Like, it's not the same anymore. Now, I hope Chris Tucker didn't do any shit, but if Chris Tucker ends up being, also involved in that shit, then it will ruin a bunch of movies. One thing about the list is that there's everything on that island. Events were held besides the illegal ones, as with Hawking and Chomsky being on. Yeah, that is also the thing. Like, there were, like, singers were performing on the island, and, like, were just doing that, basically, right? They were just performing. Same with the Diddy parties, basically. There were people who went to the Diddy parties. Not all of them ended up in those Diddy freak-offs, right? So there were people who were genuinely just there to party and then also went home. But then there's also people who went there specifically for the freak-offs. So, yeah, unless we get more information, because right now we have pictures, so we don't know, was Chris Tucker there to, you know, be a PDF file, or was Chris Tucker there because he was invited, and I don't know, his movie studio executives were invited, and they just went there to have a, I don't know, party. But even then, I feel like things like this, they're like, it's like open secrets, right? I'm pretty sure, even though stuff like the Epstein files and whatnot, they came out recently, I'm pretty sure most of the people who hung around with him knew all the rumors about him, and they still went like partying with him, right? So even if there was never like evidence or anything out, there must have been rumors at the very least. Because this, you have to imagine, like, this industry is like very small when it comes to like these top produce, like the billionaires, the millionaires. It's like a close-knit circle. Just look at your workspace or your school or your university. When there's something happening in around school or with a teacher or with a student, that shit like spreads like fire. And you cannot tell me that someone who has been doing this professionally for the last 30 years or so, that people who went to this island did not at least heard of one rumor, and they still went. I don't see how one can be SA by Hawking, like one can recreate the whole of the movie in a glass cage with him. Dude can't even talk. That doesn't, just because someone is paralyzed doesn't mean you cannot do sexual acts on him. And it also doesn't mean that he cannot enjoy sexual acts. That's like a false equivalency or whatever it's called. Dude, if your brain is intact, your brain is intact. If you get paralyzed tomorrow, you'll still want to see cake and booba. Even if you're in a hospital and you can only move your eyes. That doesn't disappear. Remember who is controlling our like downstairs parts? It's the brain. If you get turned on, that is something that starts in the brain. It doesn't start down there. Oh, do you want to see something cool? This is just for our gaming bros. Look at Halo, Master Chief. Giving an NFL team an Xbox trophy. I don't know if Xbox is sponsoring it. I'm not exactly sure how this came to be, but I just think it's awesome that Master Chief is there to represent and give this team a trophy. Hell yeah. Gaming has come very far. Very, very far. It's these people, right? Are the same people who probably shoved the teenagers into locker rooms who played Halo. And now Master Chief is there to give them a trophy. And with these people, I mean like footballers, like famous, popular sports people. They're like, what? You play games? You nerd! Fucking nerd! And now Master Chief is there to give them a trophy. How far we have come. Gaming is definitely super duper mainstream now. Oh, that was cool. That's very, very cool. Is there anything else I have? Ice Spice, we talked about it. This is like a nice little trivia Japanese game. That's a pretty cool mini game. And I'm not gonna lie, I would probably... Should I be cocky and confident? I think I could do all of these with 20 attempts. I don't know if does he actually do it? Hey, he has 8 balls left. 8. Okay. Alright. That's the fun game. Why don't they create football games like this? Rematch had potential to do something like that, but nobody's playing Rematch anymore. I thought about buying it. I saw it on sale for like 13 or 14 euros. Thought about buying it, but I get so toxic and I don't know if I should get back into competitive gaming. It's like it's a very toxic relationship I have with competitive games. I start one, I get decent in it, then I face sweats or certain metas that I hate, then I start shitting on it, and then it just makes me miserable. I don't think I've ever truly enjoyed a competitive game. Like truly enjoyed it. There's always a cycle of hate when it comes to competitive games. I don't think I've ever played competitive games and just ended my day or my night and was like, man, I had a great time today. I had a great night. So that was the Twitter part. Come on, Twitch. What is is Twitch glitching? What is happening on Twitch? What is going on Twitch? Yeah, there's nothing else I can show you on Twitter that is not old news. I need to remember to not write frick. Is frick is that also? Oh, okay. You mean the actual word? Yeah, there's a filter. There is a filter. Just use frick. Or maybe I haven't updated the 7 TV emotes for a while. Maybe there's I curse a lot. That's not good. That is not good. Especially right now because I did not separate Twitch and YouTube. Which I need to be, like, I need to do that for either the next stream or the stream after that. There needs to be physical separation from Twitch and YouTube. I don't know if I can do it, but I'll see if I can manage that, because if someone on YouTube, for example, says something wrong and it's mixed with people on Twitch, then basically Twitch can ban me. Thankfully that hasn't happened yet. So nobody's cursing on YouTube and nobody's cursing on Twitch. But if it does happen and the chats are merged, that is basically an bannable offense. So no cursing, please. Unless you want to get me banned. That's a different thing. Alrighty. I have nothing else to talk about. I'm just gonna see if there's something that I've prepared to react to. And if not, then, well, our Saturday is kind of over already. Moist Critical also talked about the Epstein files. We have a Daily Dose of Internet video, which we can watch that one if you want to. Also gives me a little bit of Like, I'll be able to see whether we can react to stuff like that live on YouTube without getting the entire stream nuked. So let's do that. It's just 8 minutes of funny clips. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do it. Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet. But we're gonna use the other scene for that.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet. This guy ordered some DoorDash, but his delivery driver got stuck in some fresh wet cement.
Wait, I gotta get my body back.
That's crazy. Yo. Hold up.
Fuck.
Hold on, let me.
That's the wrong scene. God damn it. I have too many buttons, outdated buttons
this
as
cat
well.
Was having the best sleep of its life.
Alright. Alrighty. Cat needs to go. Let us put kitty cat up here. Up here. Yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna restart the video.
Like, I'm so Y'all.
Daily dose of internet. This guy ordered some DoorDash, but his delivery. Hello everyone, Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet. This guy ordered some DoorDash, but his delivery driver got stuck in some fresh wet cement.
Oh, I am so sorry. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yo.
How do you not see that? I mean, I don't want to victim blame, but I think like there's like enough signs for you to not walk over this. Also, there was plenty of room to go around. Like, hello, like what is this?
So sorry. That's crazy.
I feel bad for her, but it's like.
Hold up. Hold on, let me.
That was a bit stupid. Oh, holy shit.
This cat was having the best sleep of its life.
That was close. Are we sure the cat is sleeping?
Simba.
Simba. His name is Simba. My cat was called Simba.
You should have gone up on this leg.
She's gonna fall. Oh.
Like, I'm so like, y'all. My door's open.
Oh.
It was so cold in
yes,
Chicago
it is.
a few days ago that people at this NFL game saw that their sodas were turning into slushies.
Voice of your Chicago Bears.
I love slush eyes. How? I mean. It seems like maybe it was in a workshop and they did something on the door and they did not properly attach it again. As you can see over here. Yeah, it was probably like the... This is just my assumption. They did something on the door. They did not properly reattach it. And that's how... Oh. But why did she open the door?
It was so cold in Chicago a few days ago that people at this NFL game saw that their sodas were turning into slushies.
I love slush eyes. Slushy?
Oh my god, that's crazy.
That's delicious. Oh, it's perfect slush as well. Poor guy. Oh, I've seen this clip.
They decided to put
on
a jet engine on a semi-truck.
Jet engine on a semi-truck. That's the most American thing I've seen. Wait, isn't that super dangerous? Isn't there a way for this thing to explode? You're testing how soundproof your new house is.
He found a way to work smarter instead of harder.
That is smart. But you also gotta have a steady hand for this.
This might be the only dog in the world that doesn't care about balls.
Ready? Sit. Ready, catch?
I mean, maybe he's tired. Ow! Ouch! scratching his back.
This is how kayakers take on giant waves.
You will never see me kayaking. Holy shit, no. No. I know you can get out easily and whatnot, but in my brain, I'll just get stuck and just drown. No, I respect the ocean too much. Dog was like tired of your shit, Karen. True.
Really doesn't get any closer than this.
Kayaking is fun. I know it's fun. It's just I have too much respect for the ocean. Like I have a vast. I love swimming, right? I'm a little seal. I'm an Aquarius after all, but no. But it's just that there's one thing that I'm completely terrified of is to not see land. And if you've ever been on a little cruise ship or whatever, or even just, it doesn't have to be a cruise ship, but just being on a ship far away from land, that thought is just terrifying. Number two, not knowing what is beneath you, right? It's just a very primal instinct fear, I would say. It's just that the moment I get to very dark, deep waters, and I can swim very well, but it's just there's a sense of panic, or not panic, but definitely a sense of fear that immediately occupies my brain. So yeah, I've seen people drown, by the way. Like I live in a coastal town, so beach is just 15 minutes away, and I spend a lot of time on my life on the beach, and there's not a single summer without someone not drowning. Wait, I think that was just a double negative. There hasn't been a summer yet without someone drowning. Now it's correct, I think. Yeah, I just have too much respect for water in general, like the ocean. Just like Bruce said, now water can flow or it can crash. Kayaking on the ocean is like suicide man sport. Yeah. Same with these guys, by the way. Like, holy shit, he just created a lawine.
Her parents were excited to tell her that Santa arrived, but she just wanted to go back to bed.
Look at that! Oh my god! Santa Claus was here! Hell, Santa came. Do you see this? Look! Look, where are you going? Wow!
What do you call a sleeping bull? A bulldozer.
A sleeping bull? A bulldozer. Hello, Double Chocolate Chip. Hello. Welcome back. I love when people do that for their kids. I hope something like that never disappears, because eventually they will grow out of shit like this, believing in Santa, but them still having a bit of magic in their mind, right? Believing that someone just came through the chimney to gift them something. I think that is pretty cool.
Look at that! Oh my god!
But she seemed a bit unimpressed.
Do you see this? Look! Look, where are you going? Wow! Girl.
He's like, I'm good.
Merry Christmas.
This has
Going
to be
back
one of
to
the biggest
bed.
cats I've ever seen.
He's huge.
So apparently spiders love chasing laser pointers too.
If I see a spider like that in my room, I'll leave. I will not try to catch it. I will not try to kill it. It's just too big to kill. I'll just hand over the keys, hand over the contract, and just leave. Pack my shit, leave. I don't know how people can live in countries where this is just a natural occurrence. Like Australians, I don't know how you do it. I really don't. It has nothing to do with them like being harmless. Some of them are harmless, some of them are not. Like, I don't care. That thing is huge.
There's a road in Seattle where
It's as big as my hand, and it has 8 legs.
for some reason people keep getting into crashes there.
What? That is weird. Is that like a sharp turn? That cannot be
A
like.
few years ago,
There must have been a sharp turn inside, or maybe something like that reflects. You know, sometimes when there's like water in the tunnels, right? Maybe the reflection makes them believe that they can go straight this way. Like there must be something. Like this is not a driver's fault. If it happens that often, there must be something inside that is not correctly aligned. Very dangerous. FPS buffer at the end of the tunnel.
A few years ago, this big earthquake was caught on camera in Utah.
Did any one of you ever experience an earthquake? I never have.
Imagine
Thankfully,
looking outside of your window.
thankfully, knock on wood, I never have. I don't want to. I'm just saying, like, if you did, how weird is it that the ground beneath you starts shaking? Like, is that something your brain can comprehend? Or, like, what is... I've experienced, like, 3 or 4. Like, what is going on in your mind? Do you get nauseous when it happens? Like when you're on a ship? Or, like, what exactly goes on in your mind when an earthquake is happening?
Oh, and sing this.
Stop it.
Stop. That's Australia for
Bloody
you.
break the thing.
Let me in!
I'm not sure why, but this is so satisfying to watch.
I love watermelon. That is someone who's been doing this for years,
This ram
daily.
wanted to start a fight with his deer.
Oh,
Wie funktioniert Trading mit 30 Minuten am Tag? Das erkläre ich in den nächsten 30
shut the
Sekunden.
fuck
Der
up.
klassische Investor kauft.
Let me do that. Let me see that again. What is his problem? Ow. Ow.
These people were
picked the
arguing
wrong
on the
fight.
train, so the rest of the passengers started singing to drown them out.
I don't know why they would keep
This guy on a
That is either a very human moment or a very staged moment. You just never know. When everyone is just having a smartphone in their hands, I became such a skeptic of everything that I see online. Yeah, I don't trust anything anymore, man. This is what AI caused. AI and social media is just, unless I see it and experience it myself, I just don't believe it anymore. Back to the Middle Ages. If you're in a single floor house, it's not so bad, but once I was on a 7th floor and from the window I could see the building across the street swaying, meaning we were swaying too. Crazy. Might be an unusual analogy, but an earthquake kind of feels like turbulence when you're on a plane. Really? Because I experienced turbulences, and turbulence felt more like you're falling. Like your heart is falling into your pants. There's a little bit of like that, basically. I don't know if my VTuber was mimicking it the correct way. But if it feels like that, I wouldn't say it's that bad. But I mean, turbulences are bad, especially for someone like me who has a fear of flights. Man, I sound like a coward today. I'm afraid of water and I'm afraid of flying. No, it's just that I don't trust planes. I really don't. But it's not so much that I don't trust the engineering of planes. It's that I don't trust companies and I don't trust humans. I've seen too many plane crashes which were caused by either human error or which were caused by the companies, the air, what is it called again? The companies who own planes, air, you know what I mean? Those companies. Sometimes they go against the opinions of their own pilots. Airlines, thank you. God damn it. Air company. Airlines, yeah, thank you. I've seen plane crashes. I mean, not personally seen, but there used to be a documentary series on one of our German channels, which basically showed plane crashes and how they, what the causes were, basically. And I remember one episode of was it Air France, or maybe it was Air Tokyo. I don't know. Air Japan, Air France. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But what mattered is that there was a storm front coming, and the pilot called the airline, or like the bosses of the airline, whoever responsible for the flights, right? And they said there's a storm front coming and it's too dangerous to take off. So we got to stay on the ground. Company said, no, we cannot afford that, right? We cannot delay the flight more longer. So if you are fast now, like if you take off now and you're fast enough, you can fly through the storm front. So there was a storm front basically approaching from the left and a storm front approaching to the right. You can fly through it. Don't worry about it. We need the money. Just take off now. So pilot had to take off. You know what happened? I mean, you can guess it. They flew right into the storm front. And I think it was either the height meter freezing in those clouds, right? Because those storm clouds are also very cold and whatnot. And I think the instrument, that's the word, the instrument that was measuring the height froze. So the idiot pilot, I shouldn't call him idiot, like rest in peace pilot of Air France. But he was basically steering the plane slightly upwards. He did not even pay attention to it because the instruments were, it was frozen. So it was basically showing him the perfect height the entire time, but he was slightly pitching the nose up without realizing it, because when it's a storm front, he cannot use the autopilot, right? So he had to use he had to manually fly, but he did not notice that he was pitching the nose slightly up. And the instruments were also not showing it to him because the instruments were frozen. So he thought he would have a steady height the entire time, but he was pitching it up. What happened is that the plane came into a stall, because if you pitch the nose up very high, right, you stall. He stalled. They stalled and they like crashed into the ocean basically. And now you might say, okay, that was pilot error, right? Because he should have known that something was wrong with the height meter or whatever. But the root cause is the airline telling them to fly, even though the pilot told them not to. And that is exactly why I'm always very cautious when I'm flying, and I'm scared to death. Because I don't trust the airline, and I don't trust the pilots. And I'm sitting in a room in a very small, confined place with 200 other people, and I know that if something goes wrong, I'm dead. I'm 100% dead. And I hate that feeling. I remembered something when I was like 10. I went on vacation to Gdansk with my parents. There was a guy walking around and advertising 30-minute long voyage on small ship, giving out candy and all. And we went on that ship, and guess what? Half of the guys operating the ship were half drunk. Like always in Poland, I saw Captain taking a swing from hip flask, and I was at the room with Captain because I was a kid and was asking some random ass questions. Sounds like a fun cruise ship. I watch this quite often. Air France 447. I don't know. It is called in Germany. I think the documentary series is called Air Crash Investigation or something like that. And it's very interesting, but also definitely amplified my fear of flying. It was the airspeed indicator malfunctioning because the pilot tubes got frozen. Okay, it was Air France. Hell yeah, Icathian, thank you. He stalled the plane. That was more of a CRM and communication issue. Also him pulling the stick back without saying anything. He stalled the plane and they plummeted. Yeah. But wasn't it the same episode of the pilot telling the airline that there's a storm front coming and they shouldn't fly? Or was it a different plane? I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like it's still the airline's fault because the pilot told them that it was not smart to fly now. And they were forced to. And this is something that happens a lot in these air crash investigations, is that the airline was pressuring the pilots, or sometimes it's just human error, sometimes it's engineering error, sometimes it's just instruments break or whatever. In other cases, it's a person who did not do a proper job with the maintenance, right? There's so many chains in the reaction of like a plane taking off and landing safely, and this is why I'm always terrified, because I just know that humans make errors, and I know that airlines are greedy and they don't give a shit about 200 people dying, because at the end of the day it's a business for them. So I'm always terrified when I'm flying. I'm literally, and I'm not kidding to you, and I know it is like the safest transportation thing, yada yada yada. It doesn't change the fact that when I'm in the plane, my brain goes, there's a chance you will die now in the next 3 hours or 4 hours. And I cannot shut that off. Once you are in the air, once again, I think I told that story before. Once you are in the air and you don't have any turbulences, it's fine, right? But takeoff and landing is where my brain basically already prepares to die. And I'm not joking to you. This is a real fear that I have when I'm taking off. Sometimes it feels like you're not taking off fast enough, right? People who fly a lot, they know what I'm talking about. It's like you take off and you're just slowly rising. And in my brain, immediately, the images of the plane not getting enough air, like the one that recently, this year, or was it last year, like exploded in India, same situations, because I think one of the pilots turned off the turbines or whatever, and they did not get enough lift off. They just plummeted down. And this is the exact image that I have once you are taking off, and it's not taking off like fast enough, or you're not rising fast enough. My brain is like, oh my god, there's something wrong. We should be higher now. Why are we not higher? What is going on? Yeah. A longer takeoff run means the plane is heavier or the air is too thin. Yeah, but to my brain, it means we're dying. And something is wrong. Second part of the story was cut because of automod. I forgot myself and wrote bad words. Oh, that's fine. That is fine. Oh, man. Yeah, I like playing Flight Simulator. It's just that there's so many things that I saw with like these air traffic things. I know that planes are way, way safer nowadays than they were in the 80s or whatever, right? It's just that it's tiny things that usually lead to these massive catastrophes. I remember one episode where they... What is Steuerruder called? Control rudder? Like the fin at the end of the plane that basically I think it controls if the plane can go left or right, I think. Rudder? Is it rudder? Yeah, I remember one episode where one of the planes, I don't know which plane, I don't know which airline, but they had to go to maintenance because one of the screws in that rudder was basically loose or just heavily used. And the airline cheaped out on a new one because those, like the parts for a plane are very, very expensive. That airline wanted to use used parts, which is also a very common thing. Used doesn't mean bad, but there's like a very huge used plane part market, I guess. In this scenario, they bought a used screw, but the screw was the wrong one. It had the wrong length. So what happened after, like, I don't know, 1,000 flights or so with that screw that was the wrong one for the rudder, it came loose. The rudder broke away, plane was uncontrollable, and they plummeted to death. That was also A, greed, and B, human error. And that is why I will never, ever feel safe in a plane. Unless we get to a point where everything is automated and everything is 1000% safe at all times. And maintenance is also done by super precise, 1000% precise robots. There will always be the fear of dying in a plane. And I cannot shut it off. Are you an aviation nerd? Okay, I enjoyed the topic. Maybe we can watch one of those episodes in the future. I believe they blamed the pilots on that one. In fact, it was the airline's fault. Yeah. And once again, like a lot of airlines use used parts for maintenance, but usually those used parts are they get through quality checks and whatnot. and B, they usually use the correct parts for the plane, but not in that scenario. And I hate that small mistakes in aviation usually lead to like 200 people dying, right? If someone screws up in your car, worst thing happens is you die maybe, but that's also a maybe because modern cars are very safe unless you drive into a wall or into a truck. There's a very, very big chance of you surviving without a scratch. And even if you do get scratched, you might get like paralyzed or whatever. Like that's the worst case, right? But in a plane, the worst case is usually you have like a 0.001% chance of survival or whatever. And that is what I hate about planes. And that is also why I never buy into the notion that, oh yeah, planes are super safe. Like you can die on your way to the airport. It's more likely that you will die on your way to the airport than it is to die in a plane crash. Yes and no. Number one, there's not as much planes in the air that there are cars on the ground, so that equivalence never really worked for me. And number two, even if I do crash with a car, and I've been in a car crash before, not a very fast one, right? Like don't get it twisted. It wasn't like I was driving very fast, but I literally had zero scratch. And a very, very good friend of mine, he used to deliver pizzas, right? And he drove like crazy. He just used that pizza job, I think, to fulfill his dream as a rally driver or whatever. Like I once drove with him and then never again because I feared for my life. He drove so fast. I mean, it was fun. it was fun, but there were some corners where I'm like, okay, we might actually die. No, but he delivered the pizza. And he messed like he drove like crazy again. He lost control of the car, and he what is it called? Überschlagen. If you roll around the car. He like the car went off road on like a field where nothing was around, so it was a flat field. But he was basically doing backflips with the car. He was flipping the car multiple times inside of the car. He was flipping. He had a bit of like bruises and whatnot, but he was fine, right? Was not paralyzed or anything like that. He was just fine. And that was a terrible crash. Like if you would have seen the pictures of the car, you would have believed that he was dead, right? But he was fine. No scratches, a couple of bruises, that's it. But that will not be the case with a plane, will it? If a plane goes down, better write your loved ones.
Motorcycle saw that a fire started and stopped to help out.
Hey, anybody over there? Fire department's here. I hear them. Oh my god. It's about to collapse. Hey, it's about to collapse!
Because he was wearing his motorcycle protective gear, he could get close to the fire without getting burned.
That is a cool, nice human being. However, I think I would have be afraid if I would be in the States, right? If I would see this, let's say I'm a tourist, I'm in the States, and I would see a fire like that, I wouldn't try and like take it out myself, because I would imagine if the neighbors would come in and see you and there's a fire and you have like something in your hand, they probably would shoot you down, right? They probably would think that you caused that fire. So I just, from a legal standpoint, I would just call the fire department, unless there's like actual humans that would need your help, right? Where you have to step in, right, before someone dies. But this seems very dangerous to me. In the States, it's like you come home and there's a dude in your backyard and there's a huge fire, like a foreign dude in your backyard. I would be scared.
Because he was wearing his motorcycle protective gear, he could get close to the fire without getting burned.
Cool. Oh, he's gonna break the camera. Oh, that was glass. That was a mirror. That's a cool idea.
The hotel ones are always ridiculous.
What?
There's two sides. Wait, what just happened?
What the heck? No way!
Oh, so you could do two at the same time. Cool. Ouch.
I guess it can get so cold that sand on beaches can freeze too.
I've never seen frozen sand like that. Bro, raccoons are so cool. it's gonna fall. Oh, it's gonna fall.
I'm not sure why they kept cutting this tree
Never
when it
mind.
was obvious that it was going to fall in the house.
I don't know if that's such a...
That's gonna be expensive. Oh my, what did they expect?
Such a...
Did he think that he was strong enough to push it the other way? Like, what's going on? You're not Hulk, my friend.
I don't know if that's...
Why didn't they, like, cut it from this side? Cut it from here and then pull, because there's like a, probably like a, like an instrument pulling the tree or stabilizing the tree. Wouldn't it be smarter to cut here and then pull that way? Like the right side? Why did they break it here? Because naturally it will just fall this way, right? I'm so confused. Ow, but yeah, that will be this expensive.
They had a competition to see if a scythe was faster than a weed whacker.
Okay. It makes sense that the scythe is actually faster. The problem is he will not be able to walk tomorrow, and he will. So that's why we replaced it in the first place, right? Like, he might not be as efficient as fast, but he can work the entire day. He'll be done after an hour.
This fire was right next to a lake and created a water spout in the process.
Wow.
The water spout.
We had the same reaction.
Nuts.
Nature's awesome. Ow.
This guy showed up to a Christmas parade in a tricked out porta potty.
Papa Willie! Papa Willie!
Papa Willie on that thing. Can he do that? Oh, he can Papa Willie.
His
That's
mama
so
raccoon
cool.
did everything she could to save her baby.
Holy shit, they're working together to get the baby. You see that this raccoon is holding her. That's teamwork. That's awesome.
That is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon.
Very soon. See ya. That was a great video. I love Daily Dose of Internet. I wish I could just upload Daily Dose of Internet. But we cannot do that, can we? Because YouTube hates us. YouTube doesn't hate us. It's just that I don't know what to upload. I really don't. I don't know what to. Oh, I really don't what to upload. Let us continue this, and I would suggest we go back to our just chatting screen over here, over there, over here, over here. Why do I not hear music? I muted it. All right. I think I've gone through all of my topics. I'd suggest I'm just gonna end stream for now. I'm gonna leave this on YouTube. Before I said that I'm gonna unlist all the YouTube stuff because I'm afraid that YouTube will just like decrease my channel health if we have a long ass video sitting there that nobody's watching, but I'm just gonna leave it there and see if that makes any difference. And I might be back in an hour or so with not Wuthering Race, where winds meet, maybe. Right? How long have I been streaming for? 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours. So we did 3 hours of yapping, and I'm gonna eat something now. I'm gonna get some energy, refuel myself, and then I might be back with just gaming. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know. If you have any suggestions for structural changes for the streams, please let me know. Always very appreciative of feedback. So if you like me to maybe react more and do a little bit less of yapping, or play more and do a little bit of less of yapping, or do both reacting and gaming and a little bit less of yapping, or if you just want me to yap without any games and without any reactions, just let me know. It is very helpful to know what you like, because I'm a jack of all trades and master of none. I can talk for 3 hours, I can react for 3 hours, but I can also play for 3 hours. So it's up to you to let me know which one of these things you like the most, so I can prioritize them. All right. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. As I said, we might see each other in an hour or so for a short where wins meet grind session. I haven't touched the game since our first time playing it. Okay. Please take care of yourself, and like and subscribe if you see this later on. And we'll see each other next time. Maybe later tonight. And if not, next time. If not